on Championship Sunday here at the Toronto PPA Tour. We're here at the CIBC at Lacy. We have Jorja Johnson, JW Johnson to serve with the green bottoms, white tops on the near side of your court. A great look from Lacy Schneemann, as she does like to be aggressive in mixed doubles. She is showing that she is not afraid to pull the trigger in front of the guy that's ahead of her, this case being JW Johnson, one of the players with the quickest hands on tour. Great reset from Schneemann. Some great patience here to start off first game, first point here. Off the net, McGuffin is there. There's the attack. And it did hit Jorja Johnson on the right shoulder, so that is the first point. Lacy Schneemann coming in hot. Jorja Johnson able to defend. The drive from JW Johnson. And Tyson McGuffin sneaks in for the attack again, as he was successful the first time. A look for Tyson McGuffin to come in to the middle there, squeeze in and try to initiate off the dink. Jorja Johnson with a forehand volley down the line going behind McGuffin. And a string of points here for the Johnsons. Lacy Schneemann being aggressive. The put down from McGuffin. And a good side out for the Johnsons, as they are able to string 3 points together and take a 1-point lead. JW Johnson, he is a hawk out there. He's watching, he's observing, and he's anticipating for the right opportunity to squeeze in with his forehand and speed up. And a scoreless side out for McGuffin and Schneemann. Little high on that dink from Lacy Schneemann. She covers, but Jorja Johnson just too good on that accuracy. Off the net, McGuffin is there for the second time in this game. Schneemann gets the combination she wants, but was overextended on her backhand. McGuffin and Schneemann staying aggressive here. Schneemann again. McGuffin looking for that Ernie and is successful for the side out. The Johnsons gaining 2 more points. They are racking it up here in game number 1, ahead by 3. See this cross-court battle between the ladies. Gentlemen are patient as ever. And a great look from Lacy Schneemann as she anticipates the speed up off of J.W. Johnson's backhand flick. Not an easy task. And Schneemann and McGuffin are able to gain 1 point off of the 2. Super important just to at least get 1 point on every side out if possible. Great composure from Schneemann there as she puts that ball down to the side of the left foot of Jorja Johnson. Big take from J.W. Johnson. And there is another point. Slowly but surely doing work on the service possession. Good spot for J.W. Johnson as you see Lacy Schneemann sets up with her backhand, and he's been attacking the middle of the court, and this time he went to the inside of her body on the right side. Picking different spots is so important against your opponents who are so good. You can't just go to the same spot every time. You have to be a little unpredictable, and you have to be able to have different spots against your opponent. Accuracy. Off the net for the 3rd time, this time successful for Jorja Johnson. And another point. It is gusty out here, ladies and gentlemen. The wind is blowing. Lacy Schneemann attempting the reset. A good look, but misses just short. Beautiful deep return for McGuffin. There it is, McGuffin getting involved there. As you could see when the ladies were going cross court, McGuffin, you know, made his presence known just by dinking the first. And off of his dink, he was able to find a ball where he could create a speed up against Jorja Johnson. Well done. Again, McGuffin getting involved, waiting for the right opportunity to squeeze in and cross that center line. You know, the guys are not going to stay on one side of the court, and the ladies are they know that the guys are coming over to be aggressive with that forehand as they're able to pick more spots against the opponents. This time a drop from McGuffin. Fifth shot, but no good. And the Johnsons have an opportunity here to gain a few more points and keep the lead. A big serve from J.W. Johnson, putting tremendous pressure on McGuffin as J.W. knows that Tyson McGuffin wants to stack there on the return. So he puts tremendous pressure by applying a lot of velocity on the ball. ATP defended. And the spots are just too good from the Johnsons. Jorja Johnson, J.W. pressure at the right opportunities. McGuffin has been doing a great job at inserting and being aggressive himself. And a beautiful speed up with the off-pace velocity from Lacy Schneemann. What a great look from her, as she is very wristy and whippy with that shot. Very deceptive. Slice serve from Johnson. And Schneemann takes advantage with a huge return. McGuffin there to put the ball away. A great timeout from Schneemann and McGuffin, as not only they gain the side out, but they got a point here. See if they could keep going, keep the momentum up. Pressure is just too good from Jorja Johnson. So what I've noticed here is that the Johnsons have been doing such a great job and putting pressure on McGuffin and Schneemann as they are coming up to net on service possession. They have been caught with their resets. Their resets have been popping up a lot here in this bronze medal match. A little flat-footed, Lacy Schneemann. McGuffin doing such a great job at creating and finishing. Those are called combos. Setting up with an off-pace shot and putting that ball down on the second. Nice reset from Jorja Johnson. And 2 game points saved there from Schneemann and McGuffin. Let's see if they're able to stay aggressive, get up to the net with some solid resets. No, McGuffin sees an opportunity, but J.W. Johnson is now anticipating on high alert. Game point number 3 for the Johnsons. Big drive for the game.
Guaranteed pickleball play every week. No hassle, no paddle stacking lines, no worries. Join a pickleball league today and up your game with competitive, consistent, well-matched play. Connect with your local leagues, check live rankings on your phone, and play with ease. Whether you're there to socialize with your community, network across the net, or have fun playing your favorite sport, leagues are a stress-free way to enjoy your play. Find your closest league at pickleball.com and click Leagues today to get started.
And really all we saw in game 1 was just a couple errors on the side of Schneemann and McGuffin. They had a great strategy. They were playing patient, but really it just came down to a few errors. And that's what it takes. You just have to be solid. You have to come out 100% against a team like the Johnsons.
1-0-1.
Oh, off the net. The lob. The pickup from Jorja Johnson. Wow, point of the match so far. Johnson's on top of that one. You could feel the intensity from McGuffin just spiked up probably like 50%. Great attack from Lacy Schneemann, finding the right armpit of J.W. Johnson, a spot where you could definitely get him at if you are patient enough and wait for the right opportunity. And you could feel it. You could feel the momentum shifting from Schneemann and McGuffin. They are a lot more energized this game, and the Johnsons are trying to match that right here in game 2. Oh my goodness. Whose ball is that? No one wanted that one. McGuffin joking that that was a dink winner. One that we don't see often. Oh, great look. Nice speed up from Lacy Schneemann. McGuffin trying to clean it up, but misses just long there.
2-0-1. Point.
Ahead by 3 on the second game. Tremendous pressure from McGuffin as Johnson's try to approach the net and settle in. Transition zone, a tough place nowadays when you're on serve. It's just so tough to get in. Unless you execute a perfect third shot, you got to really work your way up to the line. First point of the second game off the serve of Lacy Schneemann.
1-3-1.
That was a great spot there from J.W. Johnson. Tyson McGuffin is typically backhand ready, and he was able to find the right hip, causing and forcing that error on McGuffin. Again, you guys, if you're watching at home, these players are having a tough time transitioning up to the net and settling into the point. That is something that you could work on your game if you're watching at home, is just putting pressure on what we call the fourth shot. Lacy Schneemann with her fourth shot, keeping the pressure with the sixth. Oh, off the net and out for McGuffin. Tough break there. What a drive from Johnson. McGuffin handles for the side out. Ooh. What a take from McGuffin. That ball was well below the net, applying a lot of top spin and force to get that shot.
2-4-1.
And he continues to apply pressure, this time with a huge serve.
3-4-1. All right, ball. 3-4-1.
Lacy Schneemann with the drop.
4-4-1.
McGuffin and Schneemann crawling back into this game too.
Second serve. 4-4-2.
Oh yeah, great dink from Jorja Johnson, pushing Lacy Schneemann all the way to beyond past the sideline on the right side. J.W. Johnson sees her struggling and takes advantage of just a slightly lifted up dink and right into a point on the side out.
5-4-1. Second serve. 5-4-2.
great gets from Schneemann, but each reset that she tried to attempt to hit just got a little higher and more difficult to defend. That's some great pressure there from the Johnsons.
6-4-2.
Ahead by 1. McGuffin and Schneemann going behind J.W. Johnson now. A great get on that overhead, and a timeout will be called. Generous in allowing us to go from indoors to outdoors to indoors. And finally, we're here outdoors in game number 2 of the bronze medal match. Beautiful reset from Jorja Johnson. Lacy Schneemann pulling the trigger, going to that spot on J.W. Johnson. She hasn't been doing that for a while, so I'm glad she pulled that out. She stopped the momentum of the Johnsons, and now it's their turn to gain some points. And they've been struggling in that transition zone, as mentioned.
4-7-2. Right up. 7-4-1.
Oh, McGuffin trying to get out of the way, but his paddle was in the right spot to stop the ball from Jorja Johnson. This time, J.W. Johnson is ready for that speed up from Lacy Schneemann. This was her 3rd or 4th time going to that same spot, and J.W. Johnson is all over it.
9-4-2. Right up.
If you notice, Tyson McGuffin looking like he's going to speed up a ball off of those dinks, and then he actually does on the 3rd or 4th one. So threatening the attack.
Point. 5-9-1.
Another error from Lacy Schneemann.
5-9-2. Point. 6-9-2.
Oh, catches Jorja Johnson's right elbow, and Jorja looks like she wants to call a timeout. Let's see if they'll call one here. No, they're going to continue. They're going to continue.
7-9-2. Point.
Tyson McGuffin feeling good. Jorja Johnson looking at JW again. Should we call the timeout? Should we keep the lead? Should we stop the momentum? No. And that ball is out.
It's a little windy, so I don't know if that's going to move the dinks around just a touch. We are in kind of like a lower bowl here at the Atlanta Slam. If you've ever been to this venue, we have a recessed championship court and grandstand, so the wind is not as impactful, but it is blowing.
Great combination from Jorja Johnson. And here we are with our first bronze medal point of the match. A good timeout is going to be taken from McGuffin and Schneemann. Will they able to hold them off? Too good from Jorja Johnson and JW Johnson, who will take the bronze here at the Atlanta Slam, Matt.
Yeah, dinking middle there, you know, popping it up. JW just finishes off with a forehand.